I've got your back.
Excuse me.
Hey, look who's back. Any problems retrieving the sledgehammer?
You missed all the fun. I'll be sure to invite you along next time.
All right. Looks like it's mojito time. Here's a keycard to access the bunker. Have a look around, make yourself at home. Feel free to use the supplies in the workbenches. If you want a little more history about our order, you can check out the terminals in our research library.
We're an organization so intent on preserving technology, you think the Brotherhood of Steel would do a better job of training their pilots.
It's nice to have a positive outlook on the future for once.
Hey there.
I bet you can shrug off just about anything in that armor.
Not all superheroes wear capes. The only thing more accurate than incoming enemy fire
Welcome to our
is
headquarters.
incoming friendly
I'm Jesse.
fire.
Pleasure to meet you.
I found the remains of some Brotherhood soldiers. East of here, near Malden. Can you tell me about them?
That was likely Recon Squad Artemis. In 2284, about a year after our group left DC Brotherhood, Elder Maxon sent a 7-person recon team to the Commonwealth led by Paladin Brandis. The official purpose of the mission was to gather information and technology from the Commonwealth, but unofficially, they were also here to search for us. Our group didn't leave the Brotherhood of Steel on the best of terms. When our intel uncovered that a recon team had been sent after us, we had a choice. We could try to turn Paladin Brandis and his recon team over to our side, or we could ensure that his mission to the Commonwealth failed. We knew Brandis would be loyal to Maxon's way of thinking, so the safest course of action was to sabotage his team's mission. We weren't about to fight Brandis directly, so we tipped off some gunners about the presence of his recon team. Not her proudest moment, but it was one way to ensure our survival given Maxon's agenda.
Why did you leave the Brotherhood in the first place?
That's a complicated question. The short of it is that 4 years ago, Arthur Maxon, who was only 16 years old at the time, was appointed Elder of the DC Brotherhood. Maxon was a puppet who had the right last name and agreed to follow the traditional policy of the West Coast Brotherhood. His appointment as Elder primarily served to reintegrate the group known as the Brotherhood Outcasts. Within a couple of months, the Brotherhood's power armor colors changed from the traditional silver and blue over to the black and red colors the Brotherhood Outcasts wore. Then the flag changed, and officially the mission of the DC Brotherhood became solely to acquire and preserve pre-war tech. No more helping the community. This wasn't reintegration, it was a coup. Those of us loyal to the philosophy of Owen Lyons had become the minority. We were the outcasts now. So we waited for the right moment, gathered what technology we could, and using intel that Finley had gathered on his recon mission from 3 years earlier, headed for the Boston Commonwealth.
Brotherhood has sent recon teams to the Commonwealth before, right?
Yes, Finley, who you've already met, led the first Brotherhood recon team into the Commonwealth in 2280. The intel that Finley obtained during that first recon mission was essential to our group's relocation to the Commonwealth in 2283.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
Sure, go ahead.
Nice to meet a friendly face.
Great. I'm the head scribe here. What would you like to know?
What do you need help with?
Word is, we could use someone with your combat and tracking skills. So let me ask you something. What do you know about the Gunners?
Never heard of the Gunners. Who are they?
The Gunners are the largest mercenary group in the Commonwealth. We've been doing recon on the Gunners, trying to understand how they got access to Vertibird's power armor and plasma weapons. As far as we know, only the Enclave and the Brotherhood of Steel historically had access to that kind of advanced equipment and weaponry. We don't know how the Gunners can afford all these high-tech gadgets just from doing mercenary work. The Commonwealth is dirt poor, and the major settlements have their own security forces, so who's paying the Gunners? We also can't figure out why the Gunners sacked Quincy, a major trading hub, and then shut it down. If they didn't want to control trade through the city, what was the point of taking it? And more importantly, what's keeping the Gunners from capturing the other major hubs like Diamond City? So we've been mapping out their bases, trying to figure out where their real HQ is. We recently tracked some Gunner soldiers to a suspicious-looking bunker on the southern part of Lake Kakatui. We suspect the Gunners' true leadership may be stationed there. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to infiltrate the base and retrieve any intel you can on what the Gunners are up to and who's funding them. It's a high-risk mission, but it could provide the break we've been looking for. Are you on board?
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Great. I'll mark the location on the map. The bunker is well guarded, so you'll want to take some backup with you. Talk to Ash before you head out. He's a good soldier to have along on a mission like this.
Can we stay here a little longer, please?
I can see your epidermis.
Hey, you got another moment for me?
I have time. Let's talk.
Just wanted to say, thanks for helping me out. I really appreciate it. It's crazy to think they could have been used against us. I did realize it before, but I had no idea that it can actually happen. A bit careless on my part, I know. Then we find a synth stealing my likeness and wanting to steal my life. How fucking crazy is that? I guess we're more alike than I thought. I'm obsessed with my maps, and she was with me. I feel no remorse on doing such thing. She was clearly crazy. And she can harm others, so it's a good thing we put her down. You have been a great friend to me so far. I thank you, sir, for all your help. And I want us to be the best friends ever.
So, just friends? Nothing more than that?
Well, when you put it like that, I think that... I need to think about it. Nevertheless, I hope you accept my sincere thanks. Well, time to explore some more.
I need to cut back on my medication. Or double it.
Backstreet Apparel, huh? Forgot about that place.
This is
I
quite
think
beautiful.
it's close by,
I'm
just
marking
across the
this.
river to the west.
No combat-ready unit has ever passed inspection. No inspection-ready unit has ever passed combat. Hey, you ready to go fuck some shit up?
What? Who are you?
Sorry, I should have started with that. My name's Ash. Not much to tell, really. I believe in karma, lightweight armor, MSG, the combat shotgun, and good scotch. I think the research works of Proctor Quinlan are self-indulgent, overrated crap. The aliens are real, since they're people, and there ought to be a law against building settlements in flood zones. You met my dad, Chuck, when you first walked in. And of course, Jesse briefed you on the mission already. Anything else you want to know? Or are you ready to go hack up some gunners?
No time to waste. Let's get moving.
Lead the way.
Hey,
Alright, I'll carry your stuff. Just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin. Nice. We should hire this place as maid at the Brotherhood base.
So, what do you have planned for your off-duty hours later?
hey.
I prefer laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot and leaves that memorable ozone smell behind. In my experience, hot shots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals.